I've done my best to give everything of any conceivable relevance.
Has that always been your position, Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Could we have 265619, please, page 68? This is a WhatsApp between your former Permanent Secretary Number 10 and then latterly Cabinet Secretary and your principal private secretary, Simon Case, and respectively Martin Reynolds. And the Cabinet Secretary said the Prime Minister is mad if he doesn't think his WhatsApps will become public via the COVID inquiry. He was clearly not in the mood for that discussion tonight. That date, the 20th of December 2021, was just 5 days after you had in fact appointed Milady as the chair of this inquiry. Was there a debate at that time within government as to whether or not your WhatsApps should be disclosed? And if so, whether or not they would become public by virtue of their disclosure in this process?
I don't remember that, the conversation to which the Cabinet Secretary is referring, and I've handed over all the relevant WhatsApps.
The inquiry has indeed requested all the key COVID-related texts, WhatsApps, and so on from January 20 to February 22, and it must be made absolutely clear that throughout the course of the litigation in the summer and throughout these proceedings, you have made available, it would seem, everything in your possession. You made clear, I think, through your solicitors, however, that you had a phone which you used from May 2021, and you've made available the WhatsApps and the emails from that phone. Therefore, between May 21 and February 22, the end of the period that the inquiry was requesting about. But following a well-publicised security breach, you had not been able to use to access the previous phone because you'd stopped using it and you were fearful that if you tried to access it, you'd delete its data. Is that right?
That's right.
Were you able to get access ultimately to the contents of that first phone, the old phone?
Yes, so we sent it off to some technical people and they activated it.
Was there a time gap, as your solicitors have described it, on that phone, a period between the 30th of January 2020 and June 2020, during which time the WhatsApps have not been capable of being reinstalled and disclosed?
That's right.
Do you know why your phone was missing those 5,000 odd WhatsApps?
I don't know the exact reason, but it looks as though it's something to do with the app going down and then coming up again, but somehow not automatically erasing all the things between that date when it went down and the moment when it was last backed up. So I can't give you the technical explanation, but that's the best I'm able to give.
The technical report that your solicitors kindly provided demonstrates that there may have been a factory reset of the phone at the end of January 2020 and then an attempt to reinstall the contents later in June 2020. May I just ask you this? Was it you, if that was a factory reset that was done, was it you that tried to reset the phone or not?
A factory reset?
There is a device or a capability on the phone which allows its contents to be entirely reset. That wasn't you.
I don't remember any such thing.
All right. And during the course of the litigation this summer, between the inquiry and the Cabinet Office, did you, of course, make plain your stated wish that the WhatsApps, which were the subject of that litigation, should be disclosed?
Yes.
They being your own WhatsApps. All right.
Can I, for the avoidance of doubt, make it absolutely clear I haven't removed any WhatsApps from my phone, and I've given you everything that I think you need.